Countries are in shutdown mode around the globe to combat the coronavirus, and the financial markets are in turmoil. As a consequence, central banks and governments have been forced to step up with additional stimulus measures to offset the fallout. The latest moves have been aggressive, highlighted by Fed action to start the week. After slashing rates 50 basis points in an unscheduled meeting the other week, the Fed has just come out slashing rates another 100 basis points, taking the rate down to 0 to 0.25%. The Fed also announced it will increase its bond holdings by at least $700 billion, along with other measures to boost liquidity. This comes after the central bank already resumed QE purchases on Friday. The Fed will be letting banks borrow from the discount window for up to 90 days, while cutting the reserve requirement ratios to 0%. Finally, given the global credit crunch and surge in U.S. dollar demand, the Fed has coordinated the deployment of currency swap lines with the ECB, BOE, SNB, BOJ, and Bank of Canada. This latest action takes Fed rates back to record low levels last seen in 2015 and is concerning, with the Fed expressing its distaste for negative interest rate policy. This means not a lot in the tank from here and not a lot to deal with future negative shocks. The Fed said this action was an early move to do what it was going to be doing at its scheduled meeting for this week, and for a change, President Trump was out praising the central bank for today's move. Other central banks are expected to follow suit, and we've already seen the RBNZ out earlier today, even ahead of the Fed, in an effort to allow the market to first take in its 75 basis point cut before getting overshadowed by the Fed move. The initial reaction has been relatively mild in FX, though we haven't seen much confidence from stocks, with U.S. equity futures showing limit down. We suspect it's possible some of this was sell orders on the open after Friday's wild limit up move, but it will be interesting to see just how much impact these central bank and government actions have at this stage in the game, and in the face of a virus where central bank and government injections aren't the type of immunity injections the world is looking for at the moment. That's all for now.